You miss me? Off. Alright, cut. Just no.
What's the problem?
This just isn't working for me. Like, we gotta replace you.
But I've been working.
You're just not working for me. We need something a little bit more intimidating.
Sup, nerd?
Nope. This is your replacement. How's it going, bitches? Hey guys, welcome to Super Important Reviews. My name's Steve, and in this video we'll be going over the NECA Pacific Rim Kaiju Axehead, which is the concept version of Trespasser, and I know this might seem a little bit weird and maybe just being some kind of a cash grab for NECA just to come and take our money because they really love it. But to me, this guy actually seems really sweet because, especially with him being a concept, it's more of an early iteration of the character before they actually got into production with releasing Trespasser. So to me, it seems pretty cool to get this guy just to have some kind of differentiation between the characters on your shelf, just to show you this is what he could have been and this is what he was. And to me, that's a pretty neat idea to go with. And there seems to be a decent amount of variation between him and the other one. So it kind of helps to merit a purchase, while with the new knife head that's coming out with this guy, that guy seemed definitely a lot more of a pass, because there's literally no difference between that and my battle damage one, other than just him not actually having the paint for the battle damage, which kind of takes it away from the coolness of him. And also, they're going to be releasing a Gypsy Danger to go with that version of the battle damage knife head. So to me, that just seems like the one to really have more than the other one, so that guy's just kind of meh. But he actually seems pretty sweet, so that's the main reason why I picked him up. But for the packaging, really love the box here over the plastic. Really nice clean look. Really love the window packaging up here. Also has on the top. Really scuffed up, but what you gonna do? And also up here, just tells you he's a concept figure. For the side here, really nice image of Trespasser here. And also up here, it doesn't tell you what his category is, because again, he wasn't in the film, so there's no really way to categorize him. Other side here, literally the exact same thing. For the back, more of the same, but it also tells you the other kaijus you can get with Leatherback, Knifehead, and Trespasser. And then on the bottom here, just some Legal Mumbo Jumbos. And that's pretty much it. Let's get him open up out of his cardboard prison. Twisty Ties, you are literally the bane of my existence. So now that he's opened up out of his prison, the best way to show you guys just what they all changed with Axehead here is to literally just compare the two guys. And you'll notice right off the bat that the overall, the way the body's designed is slightly different, especially with the color palette. With him being a lot more brown in, with the light brown here on the front, and the more dark browns and blacks on his scales. And also, he has a lot of the yellow tribal here. While on him, he definitely has a lot more of a green palette, with the black covering his scales here. And also has the teal on the front of his body here. It also has a lot of these little yellow dots here, which give him a really distinct look in comparison with him. And overall, I think it turned out really nice. And even here you can see he's got the blue here on the scale pads here on his legs, while his is very plain looking in general. So overall, with the overall color, I think he turned out really nice. I still really love the overall tribal look on here, but with him, it's a nice differentiation going on. So next I'll show you guys what they changed with the head here, which there actually is quite a bit difference between the two. And as you can see, with the overall eye placement here is very different between the two, with his eyes actually going a lot more towards the back of the head, while his on Trespasser is very front facing. So that's actually a very distinguishing different look between the two. And it's really sweet, and overall I really like that. You can even see here too with the mouth here, it's very gnarly looking on Axehead here, and even on the inside the tongues are painted different. So that's really nice. Even like on the nose pieces here, like his definitely has a lot more of an indent, while Trespasser looks fairly normal. And with the crest here, Trespasser here is very flat and has a little bit of painted details on here. Well, his is a little bit more detailed. With what you can see here is it has a little indent here and also bends in right here, which is very nice. And then on the back of the heads, with their crest here, he has 4 spikes on his head compared to the 2 just on Axeheads. So there's actually a lot of very different molded details on here. Another really noticeable one here too is with the blades here on the heads. But Trespasser's looking very clean, nice, and ready to cut somebody up. While on Axehead, that looks very archaic, like he's just gonna go BC on your butt. Like he's just been smashing his head into the side of a rock just to get this more ancient kind of wear going on. And it looks very nice. And overall, I'm very impressed with the way his head sculpt turned out. And next you can see here with the hands, they're very different as well, with his being the same as what we got with Knifehead, while his is actually the same as what we got with Scunner. Not Schooner, but Scunner. And overall, I'm not as big of a fan of these hands because they just kind of, to me, look very puppy-ish and something I imagine would be more of like a swimming pose where he's like swimming in the water. And I love these versions with just being very gnarly looking and just ready to mess somebody's day up. So overall with the hands, I really do love Trespassers more, but it still gives a nice variety between the two. So for the backpacks, I really love Trespassers just because of how freaking enormous it is, and really just to help make him look more of an intimidating character and just bulk up the size of him. While on Axehead, it doesn't look so bad, because it's very reminiscent of what we got with Knifehead, except for it has this really huge kind of tusk coming up here. It looks pretty gnarly. And also with the tusk coming across the sides here, you can see on this side that it has some battle damage on it, where it's just kind of snapped off. And that's really cool, even though I would maybe like to see a little bit more paint on in here just to show off the details a little better. But it's very cool, and especially with him being a concept version, I imagine this is where they got the idea for Knifehead's backpack. So the last major difference between the two is on the knees here. As you can see on Trespassers, it's pretty plain looking, nothing too much going on here because it's pretty much the same as what we got on Knifehead. While on his, he has these like upside down raptor claws, which I imagine he'd just be kneeing it into Yeaga's tummies and just causing a lot of damage. It has this nice gloss black paint, and what's also nice is you don't have to really worry about that breaking off or anything. But I just love how it just kind of adds to the ferocity of the character, and it's a very nice inclusion to him. And just to show you guys a little bit more closer look on the details. Again, really like the head sculpt. Really like what they did here with the teeth. Look very gnarly. Tons purple. Kind of weird. Then for his body, has this nice green paint job on it with the teal on the front here. With the yellow specks here and there. Looks pretty nice. Again, it's a really nice contrast with what we got with Trespasser, so I'm glad that they decided to give this guy a little bit of variety. And then he's got his little hands down here, which look pretty sweet. I have this gloss black on the nails here. Then for his legs, you can see here with the plates on his knees, have this blue highlights to it, which are pretty sweet. I wish it would have been not quite as dark of a blue color, because it kind of contrasts with the stomach a little bit here with the chest plate going along. So it would have been nice to see it be kind of reminiscent between the two. But, or even with the color going on inside the ton here, just to imagine that the bioluminescence kind of coming off, there would be a little bit more similarities between all of this. But it's very eye-catching though, so that's one way to look at it. And for his legs here, we still really like the claws here on the knees. Gives him a little bit more of a fierce look to him. And then for his kaiju feet here with the black on his toenails here, look very nice. Also has some details under here underneath his foot pad. Then for his tail here, it's just nice, awesome bendy tail, which worries me a bit over time with the wire pop out, but I haven't had that problem yet, so I'm not going to worry about it till it happens. Then for his backpack here, looks really nice with the black here. Now what's kind of contrasting is that his entire body is more of a green palette, while here it definitely looks to be a lot more tan color oriented. So it gives it a lot more differentiation between the body and the backpack here. Because especially even with, where'd he go? With his backpack here, you see it's definitely a lot darker here, and with the tan more towards the bottom here. It's pretty much the same in what we're getting here, so that's kind of a cool similarity between the two. And then for his articulation, his head can rotate all the way around. Can look up a little bit, look down a little bit. His mouth can move up and down. No ton articulation, sadly. For his shoulders, can move up, down, all the way around. For his elbows, not a whole lot of bendability here. So he still has the same problem we had before with him just wanting to snuggle everything and looking for love in all the wrong places. But yeah, that's kind of his problem, I guess. And then for his hands on ball joint, so they rotate all the way around. Got a little bendability to him. For his little arms here, have a rotation. Can move up and down. Mine's really stiff. Gotta work that joint in a bit. For his hands, rotate all around. Got a little bit of play with those too. For his waist, he can rotate all the way around. Has a nice little bit of a bend to it. For his legs, can move outwards about yay far. Can move forward, backwards. Let's bend at the knee. Yeah, there we go. Bend. Rotation. Not all the way around, sadly, but you get a lot of movement with that. And then for his feet, also has rotations and can move up and down. And this tail can do whatever you need it to. And for some quick comparison, here he is with the Power Rangers 20 Mighty Morphin Dino Megazord and the SH Monster Arts Godzilla 2014. And here he is with all the Yegas in the film, with Coyote Tango, Eureka Striker, Cherno Alpha, Crimson Typhoon, and Gypsy Danger. And here he is with some of the other clones with Knifehead and Scunner. And here he is with Leatherback and Battle Damaged Gypsy Danger. And here he is with NECA's Godzilla 1994 and the Godzilla 2014. And here he is with Failhead. So overall with Axehead, he's a very good figure. I really do love the paint job and the overall sculpt with him. Turned out really good. It would have been nice to have seen maybe a little bit of retooling with the elbows, just so that he isn't trying to hug everybody just like the rest of his brethren. Like, I don't really understand, like, these guys are just misunderstood creatures. They just want to love everyone, and all the Yegas got to punch them in the face. But, that being said, it's still a really good figure, and I can totally understand that this guy isn't going to be for everyone, because he's not seen in the film, so I could easily see him being a pass for a lot of people. Because, especially if you already have Trespasser, like, why do you need this guy? But if you're a really hardcore Pacific Rim fan, and someone that really loves a lot of variety in your collection, I really think this guy is worth a spot on your shelf. So what do you guys think? You guys like Axehead? Are you guys excited about Otachi? Or you guys just hate these concept figures? Please let us know in the comments. We'll post your pictures of them on Facebook if you want to click the link description below. Please don't be afraid to share this video around. And if you like this and want to see more stuff like this, please give us a like and subscribe. Thank you guys for watching.